Picture this. It's 1980 something and you just bought a brand new IROC. You're out for a cruise when you come up to a little hatchback at a red light. You stare in pure amazement because the little hatchback starts to rev its engine. He can't be serious, you say to yourself. You rev the IROC's beastly V8 back at him as if to scare him off. But he isn't backing down. The light turns green and before you get out of first gear, he's gone! You finally catch up at the next light and you roll down your window and ask, "Hey, what does GLH stand for?" He smirks and says, "Goes like hell." In production from 1977 to 1990, the Dodge Omni was a 5-door hatchback that was built to compete with Volkswagen's hot hatch, the Rabbit. But let's face it, the only model years that really mattered were from 1984 to 1987. That was when the man Carroll Shelby got his hands on it, creating the GLH, GLH-T, and GLH-S. The original name was to be dubbed the Coyote, but it was rejected. So they settled for GLH, which stood for Goes Like Hell. Now I know some of you die-hard Mustang guys may be scratching your head right about now saying, "I thought he only worked on Mustangs." Or, "I thought the Coyote was the name for the best Mustang motor ever made." Here's a question for you. If the Omni was named the Coyote, what would that Mustang motor be called today? Leave your answer in the comments. Be creative. Okay, let's get back to the Omni. The GLH came with Chrysler's 2.2-liter engine with Shelby's reworked head, higher compression, and new cams, which was good for a whopping 110 horsepower. I know, big deal, right? In 1987, the GLH-T was born, receiving Chrysler's first turbocharged motor. A Garrett T03 turbo and 7.2 pounds of boost was good for 146 horsepower. At this point, the Omni was the fastest hatchback of its time, and it was beginning to get noticed. Car and driver's exact words were, "Never mash the throttle real hard in first or second gear without first making sure that the front wheels are pointing exactly where you want to go." In 1987, Shelby took 500 previous year leftovers and created the GLH-S, which stood for Goes Like Hell S'more. The GLH-S was upgraded to 12 pounds of boost and a front mount intercooler, climbing to 175 horsepower, pushing it to 60 in just 6.7 seconds. That's still pretty quick for today's standards. Hot Rod Magazine tested the GLH-S against the 1966 Shelby Mustang GT350, and the GLH-S was faster in the quarter mile by 1 full second! Some of you may not think that's not a lot of progress. But just remember, that's out of only 4 cylinders compared to the big V8 from the Mustang. 1987 was the last year for the fast front-wheel drive 4-cylinder, leaving a 20-year gap before Dodge would roll out another fast sport compact. Excuse me. Even though the GLH was around for only a short time, it made an enormous impact on sport compacts. Just think, if the Omni GLH was never produced, where would your neon SRT4 be? That's right, nowhere! So if you ever pull up on one of these at a red light, remember, it goes like hell! Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Hey, What Kind of Car Is That by S&R Motoring. If you like what you saw today, please consider subscribing to our channel. And if you like this shirt, you can get one at srmotoring.bigcartel.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. See ya!